Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to the second episode of the TubeCast with me, Z. Today we are joined with a good friend and YouTube Minecrafter, SmithersBoss. How you doing, man?
I am good, bro. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, doing all right. It's been a long time since we spoke. What's been happening with yourself lately?
Not much, just relaxing. Um, Uploading when I can. Been in America for a bit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's been pretty good, pretty good.
That's the way. Well, I'm going to jump straight into asking you a few questions. Yeah, feel free to, if you want to keep the answer short or long, it's up to you. But
Yeah, yeah.
here we go. So, how long have you been doing YouTube for? Like, when did it all begin for you? Like,
Before the balls dropped, for sure. Um, I want to say like two. My oldest video is 5 years ago.
yeah,
So what would that be if we're 2019? That's okay. So I had some before that, but I removed them. So I'm gonna say like 2013 was my first ever video.
so it's a good while then.
Yeah, but I didn't start on my channel. I had I had a joint channel with Alex.
Builds, right?
Yeah,
Builds.
builds. We had a joint channel, and we would do Minecraft tours around like this crap city that we built together on a LAN server
Yeah,
because none of us could afford a real server. And yeah, so 2013, squeaky voice, mum's laptop, kind of thing.
yeah.
That's yeah, I would say that's when I actually started YouTube.
No, that's all right. So it's a good few years then.
A long time.
A long, long time. So was it a planned Minecraft channel, or was it just like spur of the moment thing, or did you have some general idea what you wanted to do on your channel?
Yeah, well, like I remember the first thing I just wanted to be a YouTuber, right? At
Yeah.
first, I was like, oh, it looks so fun. Um, which it is, right?
Oh yeah.
Um, and I just remember wanting to upload games, but Minecraft was the only thing that my mum's laptop could handle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have an Elgato, I didn't have anything. I had a PS3 and my mum's laptop, but Minecraft I played at school, right, on our breaks and stuff,
Oh
and we
yeah.
were playing like the computer rooms, and played like because when I first started playing Minecraft, it was you played it on a web browser.
Oh,
It wasn't a downloadable game, Minecraft at that point.
yeah.
You had to go onto Minecraft.net and play it on the website, and you had like limited blocks, and you'd have to like it was crazy. You'd have to dig blocks up to just make a swimming pool, and then you'd have to leave a stream of water from the ocean to your swimming pool, and then fill it back up because like water buckets and stuff just didn't exist. That was how old, like
Wow.
when I first started playing. But yeah, Minecraft was just an easy game to play, and I enjoyed it. So it was the first thing. Like I did upload like Call of Duty, FIFA, what else? That was it. But then I removed those videos because they were shocking.
Hmm.
Like they were some bad videos.
No, I was saying the other day, like when we first started doing YouTubes and stuff like that, we've all uploaded the first baddies and stuff like that. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna just like delete that one.
Yeah,
Or
that's
it's like,
going straight to the private list.
but
Like,
wow, that dude, that's interesting to know that you started Minecraft when it was an actual browser. Because I come in a long time after that. We actually get it from the actual program Mojang and that. But
yeah,
I never knew it was actually a browser game. I didn't know that.
yeah. So, but I'm pretty sure, right? You could pay for the non-browser version. It was weird, and it was like alpha. Um, and you paid, and then of course you got the alpha. But yeah, the actual version that everyone played at school was on the website, which is crazy to think about. That
Yeah, it's come a long way.
it really has.
So back when you started creating content, right? Who back then was your influences?
Um, Syndicate. Have you ever seen him?
Yeah, yeah,
Tom Syndicate was probably the reason I started YouTube. I just saw the way he was doing it. He was like a Call of Duty Zombies YouTuber. But he like lived in America for half the year in LA, and then he'd come back and he built his own house and everything. And I was like, that is fucking cool. Like, for real.
Like I want to do something just like this.
I want that. Like, that's what I wanted. I want to play video games and live off it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So him, and then Corrales, of course.
Yeah,
I feel like that's every like Minecraft building YouTuber's daddy. You know what I mean? Like
the Don of Minecraft.
He's like the kingpin. Yeah. So like I already enjoyed building in Minecraft. Yeah. And then of course when you search it, the first person to come up was Corrales. I started watching him, and he was my inspiration for that. But Syndicate was my inspiration to actually start a YouTube channel.
That's interesting. That is cool. So, looking at where you were when you first started to where you are today, who are your influences today? If you was like watching YouTube or the people that you meet, is anyone influencing you today, and who would that be?
Oh, dude, it's kind of hard. Like you see so many people. Syndicate still, I would say to this day. Like I still watch his vlogs every day, pretty much.
Yeah.
And he just lives by life's too short, make the most of it. And I think that is just the perfect thing ever, because life is way too short.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean? And if you want something, go get it. Like, don't even listen to that fucking loser over in the corner telling you can't do it.
Yeah, go out and get what you're worth, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Know your worth and just keep going till you get it. So yeah, Syndicate still, I would say. I'm just trying to think, because there's like a lot of people. But yeah, like I don't know. I just feel like I look up to, and I can like appreciate anyone who does something they enjoy and tries to influence others to do the same, right?
Yeah.
So there's a real estate broker called Ryan Serhant, and he uploads vlogs. And he's like one of the top brokers in New York City. He's just super interesting to watch, and like just his mottos and his positivity towards his like daily routine.
Yeah, yeah.
He's definitely an inspiration. But yeah, for sure, like I said, so many people inspire me like to do well. Just seeing people do well makes me want to do well too, I feel like.
That's interesting. What's his name? Ryan
Serhant. It's SER and then HANT.
I might have to go check him out.
Yeah, he does some super high quality like videos, and they're all like, some of them are like motivational speeches, and then some of them are just showing you around like a $100 million penthouse in New York. But yeah, that's super cool.
God, I'd love to have something like that.
Yeah, wouldn't you?
Most definitely. Like, yeah, I do this and I got $1 million penthouse.
Yep. Wake up, get a massage. Happy ending.
Oh, just imagine it.
Yeah.
So, on your journey to YouTube, you have obviously met a few people. Who of the people that you've met on YouTube was the most exciting to meet? That's going back from when you first started to where we are today.
When I first started.
Yeah. All up in a general, who is the most exciting person you've ever met and spoken to, or met in person, or things like that?
Oh, I've spoken to a lot of people. It's hard because when I speak to someone, I'm not like a fanboy,
Yeah.
I try and speak to everyone as like equal. So I'm just trying to think of people that I've wanted to speak to that I can't really off the top of my head. Honestly, dude, I don't think there's been many people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so I watched someone's video. For example, one of your videos when we first started talking to each other, right back in like 2014, 15. I would watch someone like yourself's video and think, damn, I want to speak to them,
Yeah.
I want to. And then, of course, when you get to speaking to someone, you end up playing like, we played Grand Theft Auto, Battlefield, all the games.
Yeah.
I feel like that excites me to have like people you can just get on and talk to.
And I was only talking to my partner the other day on how we met, and I just happened to log on because I used to watch a good few Minecraft videos in my time, right? And I still am subscribed to you, and I watch your videos and stuff. And I remember one day I've clicked on, and it said you were live streaming, and I thought, oh, I'm going to click on this and watch this. And I think at the time you only had like about three or four, five people watching at the time. So I've sat in there and I'm watching, and it was you and Builds on there, and yeah, I think it was with somebody else as well. And I just started, obviously in the chat, typing, texting, talking to you and stuff like that. And Builds actually said, "Oh my God, that's the dude off YouTube." And you've gone, "Is it?" And then he's asked all these questions. I'm like, "Yeah." And then you've invited me to come on into the actual voice chat, and we're all in there talking. That was when I first met you, and then ever since we hit it off, and we're playing, as you said, GTA, and we'll be playing Battlefield and stuff like this, and which
Yeah.
that actually stemmed into doing, build reviews on Minecraft and things like that. And
Oh, for sure. We played a lot of games, like no life, a lot of games,
yeah,
for like hours and hours and hours, hours I will never get back.
oh,
Um,
it was a lot of fun though.
it was
Man,
fun.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but yeah, like I think that's like the best part. It's just getting to meet people you say see one of their videos and think, oh, they seem cool. Hop in a call and then you actually like become friends or collab, do something. I think that's because I've never actually met any of my actual like huge YouTubers.
Yeah.
I had an encounter with Keemstar once, but I never actually wanted to meet Keemstar. I don't think anyone does.
What's up, Drama Alert Nation?
Right. I was like, oh, whatever.
I'm going to throw this question in because I haven't written this question down, but you just obviously named somebody. How did you come about with Keemstar? What tell us a bit about that.
It was a Discord group. It was just a random Discord group, and I had like mutual friends, and he was just in there. And yeah, he was just chatting shit, as he does.
Yeah.
Just something about how he knew the location of his family's long lost treasures or something. It was a lot of bullshit. Like, so we made fun of him, and he blocked us.
I think that's what he does with everybody, doesn't
Oh yeah, I'm blocked. I'm blocked.
he? Wow.
Yeah, that's that. That's Keemstar. I mean, I feel like everyone to ever say anything remotely, uh, bad towards him is blocked. So
Yeah, anything bad or anything he disagrees with,
yeah,
he blocks people.
yeah, you'd think the news would be unbiased, but there you go.
Wow. So, talking about when we first met, you were around about 1,000 and maybe 1,500 subs back then, and now you're at almost 260,000 subscribers. Now, did you ever think you would hit so high? Like, did you think it would take off so quick, like it has to where it is today?
No and yes.
Yeah.
Like, yes, because like that was my goal, right? I wanted 100K, and then after that, you want 200K, a million.
Yeah, to get that gold play button,
Yeah.
one of the biggest achievements.
And I knew if I kept going, it eventually happened, right? So yeah, I knew it would happen because if you just keep doing something you enjoy for long enough, good things will come, right? I believe in that. But no, because I was a little kid, right? And you get a lot of people telling you that you can't do that. You need to focus on college and school and this and that, and they think it's just like a joke, right?
Hmm.
And it kind of plays on you like, oh, what if like this never happens? And I just stay at 500 subs for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But growth just comes naturally with YouTube, right? I feel like the more you upload, the more experience you get,
Mm.
the more things you know how to treat the algorithm, what to do, where to do it, what
Yeah.
things are catchy, what doesn't work, what does work, and eventually you are gonna hit a certain like video that does well, right, and might gain you 300 subs, and then another video that gets you 2,000 subs, and it's just like building till you get there. It's still crazy though, like 260,000 people.
Yeah, it is.
Like
It's
holy crap.
well, listen, congrats on your YouTube silver play button achievement and reaching that goal. What was that feeling like when you obviously had that sent to you and you opened it up and you held it in your hands and you're looking at it? What was that feeling like for that self-achievement? Like, in your own words, what was you feeling at that time?
It was definitely one of the biggest achievements of my life. Um, Without trying to sound sad, because it's like that's the goal, right? When you first start YouTube, you see all these like huge YouTubers with their play buttons, and they have them hanging up in their huge $1 million houses, and to have one, it's like, fuck yeah, I did it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And all those people, all those teachers that told me to quit YouTube and start revising, and all the people that laughed at me for doing YouTube and sounding like a squeaky little dude on my mum's laptop. You just look at it and you think, well, you're wrong.
Yeah, it's like a big slap in the face to them.
It's a
like,
big slap in the face, a kick in the balls, because they just, I mean, I don't listen to negative people. I just think it's funny, but some people do let it affect them. And I feel like when you get something like that, it's kind of like a reassurance that you did the right thing. And it's an achievement, right? 100,000 subscribers. That's pretty cool. And you get to keep it for the rest of your life, which is sweet.
Yeah. No, I was interviewing Jester Wish, and he said, because he's fast approaching 10,000 now, and he said, in 40 years' time, it'll be up on the wall, and people say, oh, what's that? Well, back in the day, I did this, and it was a big achievement. I could just imagine what it would feel like to have something knock on your door, open it up, and there's your silver play button of all the time and effort, putting in blood, sweat, and tears, basically, of putting out content, and you're getting that achievement just looking at it. It's like, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy because, like I said, you see all these people get them on YouTube. You see all the unboxing videos. But then to actually get one delivered, and then you get that that letter that, of course, is just a photocopy of everyone else's, but it's still like cool to have. And it comes in like a cool box, and you get to keep the box, and yeah, it's just a nice thing to have. And like you said, years down the line, when you build a house, own a house, you can just have that there.
Yeah.
And every time you see it, you're gonna think, well, I did that, and that was pretty cool.
Did you ever do an unboxing video or like a vlog to say, this is my play button, have a look, or anything like that?
No, I probably should have, huh? But I feel like I was in America when it arrived. God, it must have been December 2017. I hit 100,000, maybe. Or like January 2017. Then it arrived, it actually came super quick. Like, it didn't take up to like weeks and weeks to come. But it arrived like a week after I applied for it, because you have to apply for them. Just so YouTube can like look through and see that you haven't like sub-botted or whatever they think you do. But yeah, like 100K subs, it's crazy. And now, it's double that, nearly 3 times that amount.
So you're on your way to 1 million now, aren't you? So
yeah, I'm past a quarter of a million, which is crazy.
Wow.
Crazy. And some of the views of the videos get, it's insane.
Unbelievable. So you run your own Minecraft server. What sort of server is it? Like, what made you want to run your own server?
So yeah, I do have a server, SBC. It's not doing too well currently. It needs some work. It needs some, TLC. But that's just because I'm super busy, and it does still have players and stuff. But at one point, as you know, it was popping. And before that, there was BCS, which was huge.
Yeah.
And SBC is the exact same thing. It's just there was some complications with the devs, and they kind of ruined BCS. So we created the new one. But I don't know. It was just it just is a place for people to just go and build, right?
Yeah.
And there was World of Corrales, and there was Use the Blocks, and there was some other ones, but there was no server that really catered to the certain style of builders that we were interested in catering for. the what is this? It's like Mer scale building, but it's also like just realism, without using, super realistic texture packs. And I mean, you saw some of the builds on there. I'm sure a lot of people did. Corrales started reviewing them at one point with builds.
Yeah.
They were just some nice Minecraft builds, and the talent on there was incredible. Without trying to sound cocky, it was more like for high-end builders. But of course, there was plots, there was towns,
Yeah.
and then the more experienced players would coach the uh, less experienced people in becoming better, and eventually they would move on to the server, the main creative server. So it was kind of nice.
Mm.
Bit controversial in areas at times with some people,
Yeah.
but that just comes with running a community.
So was that like, because obviously you were on the World of Corrales at one point, and funny enough, I was only talking about one of the builds that you did, which was the Breaking Bad laundrette.
Oh, the meth lab.
That was one of the best things I've seen, and I actually was bear witness of you actually building it. I was watching you build in that, and then it was Andy and Corrales actually reviewed that. That server of like the World of Corrales, is that what sort of like inspired you to create your own server as well and take it to the next level?
Yeah.
Or is it just something you wanted to build, like, and create a server and
I would
run
say
it?
so, because before any of our servers, I mean, like me and you would go onto World of Corrales and record, right?
Yeah.
Um, and WOC was the biggest server for years and years and years, and then it kind of just dropped in everything. People were rude, and um, I'm not gonna throw names because I don't care, but I feel like standards dropped on there, and it wasn't as fun. And then
Mhm.
creating a new place for people to go and giving WOC a little kick in the ass to do something about everything, and then it kind of got the competitive servers going back again. People wanted to build better and um, get their build on YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that Breaking Bad lab, yeah, that was a build. I actually watched that video a week or so ago.
Yeah.
Bad. It doesn't look as good as I remember it. I'll give myself that. Like, I remember it being the best thing I've ever built, and going back, I was like, damn, I could do so much better now.
Is that video still online?
Yeah, it is.
All right. What I'm going to do, guys, for the watchers that are watching this video now, I'm gonna say is go and subscribe to SmithersBoss. His link will be in the description down below, and I'm going to put that video of the Breaking Bad laundrette that SmithersBoss actually built, where Andy is Yoda and Corrales actually went and reviewed. I'm going to put that in the link, but be sure to go and show some love. Go and subscribe to SmithersBoss and start helping him get to that 1 million subscriber sort of goal that we're talking about, so we can get him to have a $1 million mansion one day.
Yeah, I need a Ferrari, please.
That penthouse of Ferrari and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But no, SmithersBoss, if you don't already know, he does all modern builds. He does survival stuff. A lot of stuff is in, the Flows texture pack. He does things in default as well. I won't go on too much about that. Go for yourself. Go check it out. Show some love. Go and subscribe. It's a must. It's awesome stuff. And he teaches you all different things. A lot of good hints and tips and stuff. But going on to the next question I've got here is, which is obviously Minecraft again. If the makers of Minecraft, I think it's Mojang or something like that, contacted you for any new block ideas for any future updates and stuff, like what blocks would you request to add, and why would you add that specific block or blocks?
Damn. Oh, there's a few. Um, Dirt layers is the first. Like dirt and stone layers. You have snow, right? You can build up layers of snow.
Yeah.
I think it's from like 1 layer to like 7, up to a full block. I just think it would be so nice if there was other textures using that same kind of block data that could build up layers. So you could build up different like dirt layers and paths and stones. Just the terraforming would go from like, 50 to 100. It would just be amazing. Like so much more depth could be added. using the layers. I've always wanted to see it, but they've never done it because, you know.
Like the sand coming
Right, yeah,
up.
you could have sand dunes and you could make them you could make gradients and slopes that you could never do before. But yeah, it would be amazing having every other texture with a layer block. I just think that would be super cool.
Yeah, I never thought of that. Like, well, tell a lie, I never thought of that. I mean, you have mod texture packs and stuff like that where it allows you to do that, but
Yeah.
not in the actual base game.
Yeah, which would be amazing if they added. And like, I mean, I feel like they're getting there, right? They are adding some pretty cool blocks every update now. They're kind of getting away from like the PvP side of it.
Yeah.
Because PvP is great, but you can only do so much. Whereas building, like, creativity is what they should be focusing on. Because like, I feel like kids are coming to play Minecraft to express their creativity, and adding new blocks is definitely going to help with that.
I think when they first get, like, well, what I've seen, they get the Minecraft game and they jump on and it's like they start digging out the grass and
Yeah.
whatnot, digging a hole, and then they fall through the world and whatnot. And then they move towards, building a house or building a car or building a plane or something
It's
like
instinct, right? Like, as soon as you do that kind of thing, you just want to build a house because, what's the point of living in a cave when you could transform it into, I don't know, a modern house?
that. Yeah. And then they take that and then they go on to try out like survival and see what that's all about. And then they find out that, yeah, they have to make a pickaxe where, let's go back to creative because I get the pickaxe for free and I can do this and stuff. And I see that it bounces back and forward, but it always comes back to the creative side.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there's just endless. The possibilities are endless.
Yeah. But yeah, the layers would be super nice to see. I also I feel like chain blocks because in Conquest you can get the chains. You click the iron bar and they can change.
Metadatas.
You're right, the metadata. I feel like if chain blocks on their own were just added, they would look so nice. If you like kind of like iron bars, because it all uses the same data pack, right? You just have to retexture it and add a block space.
Yeah.
Chains would be amazing. Different like marble textures. Maybe if you crafted andesite with something, you could get marble. Because marble is a nice texture.
Yeah.
I feel like. But yeah, I mean, the concrete blocks they added were amazing. I feel like all the concretes are super nice. They've just added scaffolding blocks and all of that stuff, which is super useful when building. But yeah, layers and marble and chains and cool stuff like that.
What are your thoughts on the new stuff from the? No, I'm playing on 1.14.4. What do you think of all the new textures that they brought in just recently?
Snapshot wise, because I know they have the beehives, right, and all that stuff.
I haven't seen the beehives yet. I'm saving.
Okay,
that.
got you. So like the stripped birch and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I like it personally. It could have added a bit more, but that's same as every game ever. No, the stripped birch logs and stripped logs in general are very, very good, and I use them all the fucking time. So you can like texture builds so much better now using the stripped logs.
Yeah.
Because, for example, you're building let's say you have a birch wall, or a sandstone wall, for example. Just adding some stripped birch logs in with the mix of just birch planks or sandstone, it's such a nice like neutral texture to just be able to texture any block really. Floors, walls, ceilings, they're pretty sweet.
Yeah, I've had a dabble around. It's just to see what's what and how things work, and the majority of the stuff actually works whatever you put with it.
Yeah, and what else did they add? I mean, there's all the new trapdoors and stuff. I don't know if that's 1.14, but maybe 13. They're so good. Spruce trapdoors, they are my go-to.
Yeah.
For sure.
Was it the new campfire?
Oh, snap. Yeah, and the barrels and stuff. Yeah, the campfire. That is cool. Like, that is really cool.
Yeah, the power saw as well.
Yeah, everything. And then there's what is it? It's the stone car. It looks like a mailbox. The scaffolding as well, which it just looks like bedside tables, and then you've got, like you said, the campfire. You can make fire pits and fireplaces, and it's amazing.
I can't wait to see what else they're going to bring out.
Hopefully some layers.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
One
if
day.
anyone's listening, like, listen to SmithersBoss. Layers. Like snow layers for bricks. But, yeah, get it happening. Get it happening. Take note of what the players actually want. What they can actually use.
For sure. Listen to us.
Yeah, definitely. So if you had to start all over again, you've just created your YouTube channel, brand new, right, as of today. Would you do anything differently, or would you keep it the same? Would you tweak something? Would you elaborate on some particular area? What would you do?
Oh, I'd have built 2x2 houses from the get-go. I don't know. Yeah, I would do it all differently. I feel like, but that's the same with anything, right?
Yeah.
Because now I know what I'm doing. Back then, mum's laptop, I was just copying what I see other people do, you know? And I feel like that's most people when they start something. But now I know what does well, what doesn't do well. I now understand that YouTube is just crap with how they run everything. The algorithm is broken, and you have to cater towards a broken system, if that makes sense. It's bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's so bad. I mean, I've noticed that YouTube works seasonally. In some cases, some channels, they get 1 million views every video all year round. You know, they're set for life. But, you know, if my channel, for example, this time of year, YouTube doesn't promote it, and it gets 10K video.
Yeah.
But as soon as April comes around, oh, look, viral videos everywhere. Hundreds of thousands of views each video. You know what I mean? It's crazy to think that, you know, they won't just promote your channel all the time.
Yeah, it's always the big ones.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like once you get there, I don't know, it's like free chicken from KFC for like a lifetime. You know what I mean? Like you really do hit the jackpot if YouTube favors your channel.
Yeah.
You know, oh, film a dead body. You know what? We're still going to give you millions of views. You know, it's that kind of thing. Whereas, like, yeah, but
oh god,
yeah, geez. But yeah, I would do a lot differently. But that's the same as anything. You know, I would have just made higher quality content earlier on. And if I knew that people wanted super simple stuff instead of the crazy mountain mansions, you know, I'd have started doing that a lot earlier too, because, you know, it'd benefit me and more views and more people are enjoying it, you know?
Yeah, so you choose quality and simple over big and many.
Yeah, because as much as I love huge modern like mansions and skyscrapers and, you know, the same stuff we used to review, and I used to build, I used to spend hours and hours and hours building these things for 5,000 views, if that, maybe 1,000 views, right?
Yeah.
But then I realized, like, I'm not catering to myself. Like, I'm not watching my videos, you know? And kids on Minecraft, they don't know how to do that. They don't want to sit there for 5 parts, an hour each time watching you build something. When they play Minecraft, they want something simple. They want to be able to build it in their first night, and they want to play with their friends, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's what, I mean, I got a lot of shit for it too, like it changing from doing all what I used to do to kind of what I do now. You know, I still get people commenting like, oh, you're not the same, you know, you switched on us, but, you know, I get more views for a reason, and that's because more people enjoy the content now.
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, if you do the same thing from when you first started to where we are today, you're not learning anything, and you're not growing as an entertainer or, you know, a producer sort of thing. But when you're changing it up, and by special request, like when they actually ask you for more of that,
yeah,
then obviously the audience retention is at that particular point, but it's also making you grow as an entertainer and a producer of different things.
Right. Change is inevitable in all forms of life, you know, all aspects of every day. If you don't change what you're doing, you're not going to get anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Um, and at first, all the hate was rolling in, all this stuff for using red arrows on my thumbnails and stuff. But it worked. And if it didn't work, I wouldn't have been doing it because, why would I slap red arrows on my thumbnail if people weren't actually clicking on them?
Well, I don't see that as like anything like I'll label it as like a clickbait thing. I don't think it's like anything like that. I see it's the way that YouTube has a tendency of changing its what's the word I'm looking for? Changing its system in
Yeah.
that way, but they don't say what the system is changing it to. And by adding an arrow onto it, it's showing you, look at this. This is what I've got. This is what I put out, and it's directing you to this.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like,
And
it's just it's eye candy.
eye candy. Yeah.
It definitely is. I mean, if someone, if there was a big red arrow in the middle of the street with $1 million under it, I'd grab it. Like take me,
Exactly.
right? It's the same thing. And like, sometimes arrows on thumbnails are not necessary. Sometimes they are. It just depends what. Sometimes they actually just look quite nice on a thumbnail.
Yeah.
They fill in blank space. But yeah, I would do a little, not everything differently because, of course, I like the people that I've met on the way. I'd still want to have met them and been friends with them and, learn everything I now know.
Yeah.
It's nice. But yeah, I don't know.
No, that's good, man. So, in your downtime away from YouTube, I mean, obviously everyone has their downtime away from the platform and that. What do you get up to? Like, I know you used to do scooter and used to ride scooters and you do all those tricks on the scooter. I mean, I've seen videos of you, flipping out and doing all these tricks and stuff on a scooter. Do you actually still do that? Like, what do you actually get up to these days apart from, producing content for the viewers?
I do still do that. I do still ride a scooter. Not right now because I potentially have torn a ligament in my knee.
Ouch.
Right. But that's just, name of the game, how it goes. Yeah, I still do that. I still ride the skate parks, because it just keeps me sane, if that makes sense.
Oh, it makes perfect sense. As an ex-professional skateboarder, it makes perfect sense. It's that freedom.
It just keeps me completely at bay because like I can have the most stressful time. There's something, my house could have blown up,
Yeah.
my PC, everything blown up, my cat dead, everything. But to go to the skate park and just kind of like,
Let loose.
yeah, fly about everywhere and, get some stupid amount of height and, risk everything. It's like, I don't know, it brings a balance to everything. It just keeps me level headed. And it gives me something to focus on other than, looking at a statistic line on YouTube or thinking about my phone bill or something stupid. Like, and of course, all my friends do it too. So it's just nice to get out, hang around with your friends, learn new tricks, and sometimes land on your face.
Yeah,
Which is nice. Like, people that don't ride at skate parks don't understand that falling off is actually kind of fun.
It is.
And necessary. Like, sometimes you need a good, like,
Until
face
it hurts.
plant. And it hurts, yeah, but, like, sometimes you're like, oh, I needed that. Like, you know what I mean? A good, like, 11-foot drop to the face. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but some people think we're crazy right now for saying that. But unless you've done it, like, you don't know what it's like. There's something about not landing something that's kind of enjoyable sometimes.
Yeah, no, when I used to skate the half pipes, I broke my wrists a couple of times, but you get back up, and when you do it, it's just amazing. And then you get back home, and it's like, yeah, back to school work, just get on with it.
It is sweet. And then everyone at school wants to see you do a backflip, and you're the coolest kid in town.
That is so true.
It really is. A backflip it is a crowd pleaser. If you can backflip, you pretty much crack the code to life. Anyway, like, here, backflip in the supermarket, people are gonna fuck with you. No, apart from scootering, I opened a scooter store that sold like scooter parts.
Yeah.
To kids, and we did events all around the UK, and that was cool. I believe that all your eggs should never be in one basket, so
Spread it around.
yeah, I like to invest my money in certain places. different businesses and, trying different things. Like, don't get me wrong, I've lost a lot of money, but I believe that, you know, it'll pay off in the end, which it is. Um, Forex, I trade the Forex markets, which is the currency
Yeah.
exchange markets. I do that. I'm obsessed with growing. I never like to stay in the same place. Like, if I'm not growing in a certain aspect, whether that's like my personality, my bank account, my, you know, whatever it is, my skill set, um, I always like to be doing something and progressing with something.
So it's not like live to survive or survive to live. You've experience in life, man. Like you're still young, and
Right.
to invest stuff, it's for future gain.
It truly is. Like, I mean, end game is like property, right? I want to have property. I want to do all that stuff. But I mean, also, I've been living in America quite a lot. Like, half last year, half this year, been spent in America,
Yeah.
relaxing, chilling. And like I said, when I first started going back to the influence thing, like Tom Syndicate, he'd always been America, and you know, he wouldn't have to worry. He could just go out and do what he wanted because YouTube was funding that, right?
Yeah.
And now I do that. I'm in America, and it's just awesome to be able to have someone inspire you to do that, and then go and do that yourself. And it's like, it's humbling because, I feel like some people don't realize how grateful YouTubers are.
Yeah.
To have, and I mean, don't get me wrong, some YouTubers cocks, right? Like, absolutely. You get, what I mean? Like, there are some few people that, they only care about their Rolex or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But most YouTubers, if not the majority, are super grateful for the support. Like, I mean, even if you're getting 1,000 views a video, right? That's 1,000 people going out their way to watch something that you've produced.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, how many views do you have on your channel, like, all around? A million, few million?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane. You know what I mean? Right? And they've gone out their way to watch you and comment on your videos and subscribe and, watch your live streams and do everything. Fund certain things like your gaming setup and, it's crazy.
It is.
Yeah, and it's awesome. And you can never really explain it. Like, you never meet your subscribers. You can't really tell them how much it means. But, you can try and get the message across as much as possible, and you can help other people get there.
Yeah.
Which is the way, in my opinion.
Yeah. Some like what you just said there, it's something that my motto on the platform of YouTube is I started with nothing, and you work your way up. And I'm never going to forget where I started from, because everybody had to do that. Everyone had to start with nothing.
Yeah.
But to grow and have X amount of thousands or hundreds or millions of subscribers, we are all the same. We're all in the same boat. We all started with nothing, and we all put out content, and it was like a hit or miss. But I'll never forget where I started from, and that's why I'll always talk to, if it's a person with 2 subscribers or 20 million, it doesn't matter because everyone's an equal.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, you got those people that, they've got 1 million subs. They don't think anyone with less than 1 million subs is worth their time a day.
I know. What is the go with that?
Which is crazy because at one point they didn't have 1 million subs. And I feel like I've always spoken to people. I mean, like, how many people would speak to on the servers and stuff, and like, would all have higher sub counts, but sub counts doesn't mean anything. Like, I know people with, so like 100 subscribers, but they're 10 times the talent at building, for example, in Minecraft.
Yeah.
And I would respect that. So that's why we connect. And you know what I mean? And I have the majority of people I speak to online. I speak to so many people, like, a good like 30 people, and none of them have as many subscribers as me, but doesn't mean I'm not going to speak to them because they're my friends,
Exactly.
But it's ridiculous to me. And I've never had a huge YouTuber give me respect. I've never had a shout out from a huge YouTuber. I mean, I was on the Inspiration series, right?
Yeah.
But, you never got huge amounts of subscribers from that because, most people don't watch the whole video.
Yeah.
But I've never actually collabed with a huge YouTuber or, had anyone want to give me a shout out or let me be on their series or anything. So, you know, it's weird
No,
because some
I
people
feel
just
no, I
don't
get
care.
you.
But I try and respond to every comment and, you know, my Instagram messages and, you know, talk to people when I can.
I think that's the best way to be, because they take the time to watch a video, take the time to comment, just take the time to respond back to them and say, you know, a thumbs up or a love heart or a thanks, bro, or thanks, bud, for watching it. To them, it goes a long way.
Right.
It connects them with you on the next level than just watching a video.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, you never know what, like, there's people, you know, you've probably had them saying, oh, I've had a super bad day, or, you know, I'm depressed about this, and I've gone through this with my family, and, like, you know, your vids helped me.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
what does it take
Yes.
to reply to that in the conversation? Like, that is going to help them, and, you know, probably make yourself feel a little bit better. You know, but to them, like you said, it goes a super long way. And if I had someone telling me what to do on YouTube when I was a nothing, when I had, you know, 10 subscribers,
Yeah.
I just think about how much faster I could have progressed at YouTube. But no one does. No one wants to help the little guy. That's just life, really, I feel like.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you.
You know what I mean? Like, I've helped you with thumbnails in the past. Like, I've helped so many people with thumbnails and titles and descriptions and music and just everything I can, you know?
Yeah.
And one person can only do so much, but, you know, I feel like doing something is better than doing nothing.
Well, as long as you put a smile on the viewers' faces, that makes me happy, you know. And everybody that's watching and stuff like that, if that's the way you like it, and you comment back, and you put that smile on at least one person's face, then you've done your job at the end of the day as a content creator. That's what I say.
For sure, yeah. For sure.
So, tying off all these questions, I got one question left. What pointers or information would you say to people who are interested in doing YouTube? So if you're just starting out YouTube, what can you give them the encouragement to start off?
Well, one, just do you, right? Because if you're not going to do what you want to do, you're probably not going to have a fun time doing it.
Yeah.
In my experience anyway, because you can only talk on your experience, right? I can't speak for every guy and every, you know, unboxer and, you know, Gary's mod player and everyone. But from my experience, like, I do what I enjoy, and so far it has worked, because, you know, if you're just copying someone who's getting millions of views, odds are they're getting millions of views, so you won't get millions of views on what you're doing. Because they're already getting the views, and if you make the exact content they're making, it's probably not going to work. But I get, like, wanting to be like someone, right? And, you know, someone inspiring you, but don't let them inspire too much where it becomes like a replica of their content.
So basically find your own feet, but just use a big YouTuber as a guide.
Right, or just take what they're doing and maybe put a spin on a series, or, you know, because you're never going to be able to find, like, true, pure, brand new content, right? Because this is YouTube and everything has been done.
Saturated.
You know what I mean? Like, people have jumped off of the Burj Khalifa, you know what I mean? Like, it's just everything has been done. But if there's always a twist or a spin you can put on something to make it your own. Another thing, don't listen to people that tell you can't do it, because, you know, there are thousands of people that are living proof that you really can do it, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
You've got Logan Paul and KSI selling out the Staples Center in Los Angeles for a boxing match. A bunch of YouTubers, you know what I mean? On a pro level fight. Like, they started off playing FIFA and, you know, on Vine and stuff. You can do it. You know, I've done it. Yeah. It happens. It works. You just have to keep going, and listening to people is just not going to help, because, you know, if they're being negative and telling you can't do something, odds are they're pretty insecure, and, you know, they're going through something themselves. So just crack on with it, because, you know, that's the only thing you can do, really. If you stay in the same place, progress is not going to come to you. You have to step out of that comfort zone. You have to like if someone's saying, "Oh, don't do that," like, you know, that's stupid, or that's kind of not cool. You know, you're playing Minecraft with, you know, we're all 15 and we're playing COD. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
kids are toxic, man. Kids are toxic, and like, don't get me wrong, I was a little shit at school, right? But I was also laughed at for playing Minecraft and scooter riding, you know,
Mm.
everything. Even though everyone played Minecraft at the beginning, as soon as they didn't, it became uncool.
Yeah.
Um, that's culture. That's the education system. Like, you know, that's not a nice place to be in, personally. Um, you just have to, you know, you have to go to school, you have to crack on, but just don't listen to what those people are saying, because if you enjoy it, that's all that matters. So just fucking do it, you know?
Yeah. I
Um,
totally agree. Totally agree.
Another thing too, like that, getting caught up in statistics is the worst thing for a mindset.
Yeah.
Like the worst thing. If you are wanting to do YouTube and, you know, you get that viral video and you make a load of money and you get 100,000 subs, don't let a bad month affect your mentality, you know?
Mm.
Because, you know, you could get 7 million views on one video and in 1 month get, you know, 7 million views. The next month you could get 300,000 views. But that doesn't mean, that's not your fault, right? That is YouTube being YouTube.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've done it myself. Like, I've looked at the statistic line for, you know, for happiness, right? Like, you know, every time you see your views going up, it means you're going to benefit from it.
Mm.
And, you know, it makes you happy. And then when it goes down, you think, oh, what am I doing wrong? Like, what am I doing that isn't, you know, isn't getting me these views, or isn't going to get me what I had last month or that month when I got 7 million views. Like, it's so it can become so negative, and so depressing. And, you know, a lot of YouTubers have this problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then as soon as you get that mentality, you stop making videos, and, you know, it becomes like, you know, I don't know if you were seeing my channel like a year or so ago. I was uploading like once every 2 months.
Yeah.
And it becomes like that because that was the mentality I was in. Like, I was like, well, what's the point, kind of thing. But you just can't let that get to you, because you've got to remember all the good things that you've done. You have reached 100K. You have had the viral videos. You know, your channel isn't dead. It's just YouTube fucking with you.
Yeah, it's something you like. You definitely got to have a thick skin in it to do
Yeah.
YouTube, because you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days, you're gonna have some good comments, you're gonna have some negative comments. You know, you'll have the people that, you know, are wanting to be your friend for hints and tips and stuff, and then you're gonna have the trolls, but you definitely got to have a thick skin, eh?
For sure. Mindset is key.
Mm.
And like, you know, health is wealth. It really is.
Yeah.
You know, if you got a healthy mindset, you're gonna go far. Like, you know, it's crazy. There's some super successful people, and I'm pretty sure they have a pretty negative mindset. You know, so it's not all what it seems. You have to really balance everything with that. You know,
Yeah, I totally agree.
with big numbers comes low numbers, and those low numbers can affect you mentally if you let it, which I have before, and from personal experience, it's just pointless worrying about it, because in the end, they always go back up, you know, always. So that's what I would say. And then, of course, just enjoy yourself, because if you're not enjoying it, don't fucking do it.
Here, man, I agree.
You know?
Well, dude, thank you so much for joining us today. I think all the watchers here have now seen a total different side than just you know, an uploader of videos. They've heard from you in your own voice, and really heard your personality and your train of thoughts on a lot of the questions here. I want to say thank you, SmithersBoss, for joining us today, my man.
No problem, dude. It was a pleasure.
And for all the watchers here, be sure to go show SmithersBoss your love. Go over there and subscribe to him. Almost 260,000 subscribers, and he is growing fast. His content is crisp and on point, and it's a lot of fun to watch. And in saying that, once again, thank you, dude, for joining us.
No problem, dude. It was fun. It was fun.
And we shall see you all on the next video. Bye-bye.